r/AskReddit, what is the most underrated keyboard shortcut? Not keyboard, but pressing down on the scroll wheel of your mouse on a link automatically opens the link in a new tab. I use it all the time. Ctrl plus Shift plus V, passed without style. Ctrl Shift T. Windows plus L when you walk away from your computer. Windows key plus V. Ctrl plus Shift plus ESC. Everyone knows to press Ctrl plus Alt plus Del to bring up a menu that you can use to bring up Task Manager, but Ctrl plus Shift plus ESC does it directly. It's the ratio to the Pikachu everyone knows and loves. Win plus Shift plus S. Screenshot of anything, frozen. So if you are trying to report a bug that may only be on screen for a short period of time, it will freeze all your desktops and let you snip the specific area. Asterisk oops, had it a little wrong, muscle memory on my KB. Y'all sleepin' on Window plus E. Windows plus D. I tend to have a lot of programs open for work. I also have lots of documents on my desktop that I have to reference sometimes. Win plus D minimizes all windows and lets me get to my reference documents quickly. The third mouse button to open in new tab or close tab. Alt plus Tab FO show. Windows plus. For emojis. Thanks every fucking body who posts the shortcut and doesn't give any explanation. Shift plus Control plus Win plus B, this will reset the graphics driver. Very useful when you get the computer out of sleep mode and one of the external monitors doesn't react. Control plus W. Windows key plus Shift plus S for snip tool. F2 in Excel to edit a cell. Control Z. Shift plus Tab when filling out fields LOL. Seems normal, but I worked at an office with older folks and we were constantly filling out forms online etc, so when I showed them this, they all praised me as an IT god, ha ha ha. It really does get annoying to make a mistake and lift your hand and do all sorts of mess with your other hand. Holding down Shift while left clicking multiple lines, anyone? Windows key plus arrow keys to move the window around. Super useful if you have a computer connected to a TV and don't want to drag the window all the way over. Alt F4. Windows plus X. In Excel, Control E to autofill a column from an adjacent one. E.g. extract the postcode from a full address list. Control plus Shift plus N to create new folder. CTRL Shift V. Exactly like paste, except it pastes in format and you don't have to manually fix it to match anything else you're writing. Pressing the off key. You don't have to move your index finger down to your spacebar, you can use your thumb, which is much closer. Windows plus R. I can open what I need quick and without searching. Windows plus number keys for switching apps in taskbar. CMD plus Shift plus T to reopen a closed tab in Chrome. We rate keyboard shortcuts now. On an iPhone, press and hold the spacebar whilst typing. You now have a cursor that you can move around the text you're editing more precisely than if you were using your finger. Windows key plus Shift plus S to create a clipping tool for screenshots. Found this out by accident, but Control plus Shift plus M opens up your account settings on Chrome. Screenshot, stop taking photos of your screen with your phone, LOL. Windows plus space. Control plus PG up / PGDN to switch between tabs in Excel. Control plus F. At work, I have to go through myriad of documents. I had to read every single bit before I found this gem. This shortcut has been a lifesaver for me, considering how fucked my memory is. Cropped screenshots. Win plus Shift plus S. Or, even better but not a shortcut until you install it. Flame shot. Ctrl-Shift-V is paste as regular text instead of the original formatting. Use all the time at work. Ctrl+F. My co-workers think I speed read when really I just jump to the important part I need to read. Win+Shift+S. Snipping tool that saves straight to clipboard. Ctrl+F. Every single time I show someone this, they think it's life-changing. Print screen. Shift+ cursor keys for highlighting text. You can throw Control in there to highlight words. And Home work with it also. So I press Home, Shift+N to highlight a line. It's easier than using the mouse. The context or menu key. It's that key on the right side just to the left of the right side control button. It right-clicks wherever your cursor is. Combine this with memorizing which key does what you want in the menu, it opens up and you can work magic without using a mouse. It's especially useful in applications like Excel where some features you may use regularly don't have shortcut keys. Alt+Tab. Windows key plus M equals minimizes all the windows and takes you to desktop windows, plus Shift plus M equals maximizes all those windows back. Windows plus V. Shows the last several things you copied, and lets you paste from there. Hitting the Tab button to go to the next entry box on the page instead of using your mouse. My hand hovers over Alt and Tab while at work, and not just when I'm browsing Reddit on company time, I use it constantly for my job too. They're too cheap to get me a second monitor. Alt-0246. Get them umlauts. Alt-Tab to toggle between programs. Control-A is a real workhorse. Control-Z. Windows plus D. Windows key and V. Control plus or minus Shift plus Escape. Control-Z, Control-Y. All this hacking is making me thirsty. I think I'll order a tab. Control-A to select all and Control-F to search. Maybe these are rated appropriately and well known, though there are still times I show PPL these shortcuts for the first time. Windows XUS. Control, Option for Mac, plus backspace to delete a word. Shift plus Control plus Win plus Alt plus L to open LinkedIn whenever you're having a bad day at work. Pressing the Windows key plus print screen will save a screenshot to your picture folder. Control plus Y. Control plus Shift plus V. Pastes without formatting. All my auto hotkey shorts. Win plus Shift plus arrow moves the current window to that screen, left/right, minimizes, down, or makes it max height, up. Very useful if you use multiple screens. Windows plus Shift plus S for screen clips. On mobile, press the spacebar and then slide left or right to drag the cursor. Win plus Shift plus S. Who needs the snipping tool? Control plus Alt plus V. Paste special. It lets you paste unformatted text, so it fits the formatting of the document you are pasting into, rather than being 32 pt yellow Comic Sans. Control-Shift-F in Outlook to bring up Advanced Find. Not a shortcut per SE, but if you right-click the calendar icon you can open the calendar in a separate window from your inbox. First thing I do every morning. Win XUS. Windows plus G, I use it a lot. Holding down the spacebar enables you to move the cursor anywhere in your text. Revolutionary. Control plus Z. F3. Searching keywords in articles/manuals makes life so much easier. Window, tab equals files opened in the last month, in order, by day. Alt plus S to send email in Outlook. I haven't had to click send in like a decade. Control plus Shift plus ESC equals directly opens Task Manager. Windows key plus Shift plus S equals open snipping tool. Enter website's domain plus Control plus Enter equals automatically adds com and opens the site. Example, type in the address bar Google, then press Control plus Enter and it will take you to Google.com. Alt plus Tab. No question. ASCII symbols on the numpad. 246 is the degrees sign. Alt F4. Shift and F3 can fix things if you've accidentally typed in caps. Control Shift down in Excel. Edit, then Control Shift right. Selects your table of results, not just the whole table including empty cells. Control plus Z, undoes what you just did, for your average user who only knows copy and paste. Not just for text but all sorts of stuff. For me personally I'll pick Windows plus D which minimizes everything, although Control Shift Escape which goes straight to Task Manager gets a shout. WQ. Control Shift T. Not most underrated but can be handy is Control plus or to switch orientation of a PDF doc. Windows key plus V. Get that clipboard history turned on. It's such a blessing. Control Y to repeat your last action. Control plus backspace to delete entire words. Window key plus tab. Alt plus F4. Control plus mouse click drag, create a copy of whatever you're dragging. Control Shift Escape in Windows. Alt space M then arrow keys. Move off screen windows onto visible screen. Control Alt End in an RDP session is Control Alt Del. Everybody knows Alt plus Tab to cycle through windows, or Control plus Tab to cycle through tabs, but if you hold Shift, you can go back a tab. Give a try. Control plus Tab equals next tab. Control plus Shift plus Tab equals previous tab. Control F1 in a Citrix session brings up Task Manager and lets you do more than a lazy admin intended. Haven't met many people who know about Control A. Alt A to mute yourself on Zoom. Control Shift V to paste without format. In most IDEs Control plus dash will take you to the previous line you'd been on. It's super helpful if you're drilling into a call stack and want to get back to the previous function. Control plus Alt plus left slash right arrow to switch virtual desktops. Best boss key ever, my open apps on the other desktop don't show as open on the taskbar. If you know how to code, Control plus Shift plus I. Win plus V turn on memory and save favorites. Apple option Control eject. Shuts down your Mac. Or Apple Control eject. Restarts your Mac. Windows plus Shift plus arrow keys. Move current app to other monitors. I'd have to say the biggest thing I use literally constantly is Shift plus delete. Deletes the last full word you wrote. If you want something faster, use Control plus Home and it highlights entire text a lot like Control plus A. This method for me just seems to work a lot faster. Telling ya folks the writing keyboard shortcuts rather than spamming your delete key constantly, just use Shift and W. Windows plus D when you want to get to the desktop ASAP. Alt plus L. Arrow is back on web browser. Control D to duplicate a cell in Excel to the cell below. Works for a row of cells also. It's not that uncommon, but more people really need to know how powerful CMD plus F is. Command plus Tab, use it all the time in school. You can be off task on your computer, then when the teacher comes your way quickly change what app you are using or window in Chrome/Safari always works. Control plus Shift plus N equals opens incognito window. Command plus Control plus Shift plus 4, Mac, for taking a portion of a screenshot and saving it to a window. Control plus F need to find a specific topic in a document or in an ebook. Control plus F will help you search a keyword and find every time that word is used. Shift plus Windows key and an arrow moves an application window from one screen to another based on the arrow. Great if you have two monitors and one is being used by your work PC. Control plus Shift plus N creates a new folder in Windows Explorer. Shift plus Alt lets you select in columns. For example, you have a column of words, and need to add a comma after each. Shift plus Alt all the way down, hit comma. Bam. Also Control plus R in SQL Management Studio closes the results pane. Years of frustration ended for me when I learned that. Shift plus Tab. Go through tab stops in reverse. Win dot for emojis. Middle mouse click and release activates a scrolling tool. Moving the mouse in any direction will scroll the window in that direction. You can increase the scrolling speed by moving the mouse further from your original click. Useful for horizontal scrolling. Holding Shift and mouse wheeling up/down also activates horizontal scrolling. Holding Control and mouse wheel up/down zooms in and out. Control plus Shift plus T restores tab/Windows closed. On Windows, Win plus L shortcut to lock when you leave. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you have enjoyed this video and subscribe to never miss an upload.